Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture series on repertories. I am Dr. Kedarnath A. Longani. I am MD Homeopath. I am teaching repertory in Bharti Homeopathic Medical College, Pune. Today we are going to see one of the concordance repertory. The name of the repertory is Repertory of Hering's Guiding Symptoms of Our Materia Medica by Calvin B. Neil. This one is an original edition. This one is an latest, augmented and revised edition. As the name suggests, this repertory is mainly based on Hering's Guiding Symptoms of Materia Medica. This repertory was published in 1896. This repertory contains 408 medicines. There are total 1, 2, 3, 2 pages are there. There are total 48 chapters are there in this repertory. The chapter they begins with mind and disposition and ends with drug relationship and index. The first 34 chapters are mainly based on Hahnemannian schema. The rest of the chapters are based on reaction of the whole body. These repertories they belong to the Puritan type of repertories, where the symptoms of the patient are recorded without much change. These repertories are mainly used for reference purpose. They are not generally used for systemic repertorization. These repertories they have no distinctive philosophy in their construction. In this repertory there are few extra chapters which are generally not seen in other repertories. The chapters like pregnancy, parturition, lactation, nerves, locality and direction. Then you will find the chapters limbs in general, or you will find the important chapter like stages of life and constitution. This is a very useful chapter. It contains the rubrics related to the age, complexion, constitution, habits, then the different type of temperaments you will find in this repertory. The temperaments like choleric, mild, nervous, melancholic, phlegmatic, sanguine temperaments. In this repertory there is a plenty of material which can be used for the research purpose. Now let's see this repertory in detail. Repertory of Hering's Guiding Symptoms of Our Materia Medica by Calvin B. Neil, MD. This is the cover page of Neil's repertory. About the author: Dr. C. B. Neil. Calvin B. Neil was born on 27 December 1847, Clausville, Pennsylvania. He received a liberal art education and taught briefly in a country school. His father was a lay homeopath and an uncle who knew Hering at the Allantoin Academy. He attended the Allantoin College Institute and graduated from Hahnemann Medical College in 1869. While at Hahnemann Medical College, Neil studied under Hering, and two became good friends. Then he entered the office of Constantine Hering as his assistant. The diary he kept while living in Hering's house became The Life of Hering. It was published in 1940. Dr. Nair studied in Berlin, Vienna, and London. In 1874, he married Melita Hering, one of Hering's daughters. They had 4 children. One of his sons, Harold Nair, was cartoonist and known for his comic strip. In 1878 and 1879, he published 2 editions of his book, also Sunstroke and its Homeopathic Treatment. Upon Hering's death in 1880, Nair became responsible for the completion of the 10 volumes of Guiding Symptoms. Originally working with Dr. Charles Moore and Dr. Rao, and later working alone, Nair completed Hering's masterpiece in 1895. Dr. Nair spent 5 years writing his 2 volumes repertory to the Guiding Symptoms, which was published in 1896. This repertory to Hering's Materia Medica never saw widespread use. Nair compiled this repertory from Hering's 10 volumes. Nair used the same structure throughout as found in the Guiding Symptoms, even to including the relationship at the end of the book and giving the remedies the 4 lines of gradings. For considerable length of time, Nair's repertory remained out of print. After a prolonged correspondence, Dr. Nair agreed to grant Messrs. Bhattacharya and Company the exclusive right of publication. He revised the whole work portion of which he wrote for this new edition. His life was of unceasing work, and even when confined to bed, he actually prescribed for his patients. He died on September 30, 1940. Concordance and Concordance Repertory. According to Webster's Dictionary, the word concordance means the following: 1. Agreement or harmony. 2. An alphabetical list of the important words of a book or author with references to the passage in which they occur. The word was first used in homeopathic literature by Boning Hassan in the earlier edition of Therapeutic Pocket Book. The chapter contained various relationships among remedies under different subheadings. However, the word concordance was replaced by relationship of remedies in latter edition by Allen to make the title more comprehensive for this chapter. Concordance repertory means a repertory based on the alphabetical arrangement of original symptoms of Materia Medica. For example, indexing the symptoms without much modifying them. The concordance repertory available to homeopathic profession are 1. Gentry's concordance repertory, and 2nd, Nair's repertory. About book. Nair's repertory. Repertory of Hering's Guiding Symptom of Our Materia Medica. Author C. B. Nair. This repertory was first published by F. A. Davis and Company in 1896. The repertory contains 408 medicines. The main source of this repertory is Hering's Materia Medica. The order of arrangement followed in the compilation of this repertory is the one inaugurated by Hahnemann, developed, perfected, and used by Hering in his Materia Medica. There are total 48 chapters. Total number of pages are 1, 2, 3, 2. This repertory belongs to Puritan type of repertories, where the symptoms of the patient is recorded without much change. Source: Hering's Guiding Symptoms of Materia Medica is the source of Nair's repertory. Number of drugs. Total number of drugs mentioned are 408. Pages. Total number of pages are 1232. 4 marks of distinction. There are 4 marks of distinction: single light line, double light line, single thick line, double thick line have the significance as set down in the guiding symptoms. Single light line, the lowest, the single light line designating an occasionally confirmed symptom. Double light line, a double light line, a symptom more frequently confirmed, or if but once confirmed, strictly in character with the genius of the remedy. A single heavy line, a single heavy line, symptoms verified by cures. Double thick line, a double thick line means symptoms repeatedly verified. This degree marks tallies in the main with the 4 styles of types used by Bonninghausen in his repertory. Some signs to be remembered. Theta. The Greek theta standing between the cured symptom and the pathological condition or the physiological general state throughout the guiding symptom is dispensed with here mainly for the purpose of economizing space by enclosing the pathological or physiological term in parentheses. It is to be remembered that the presence of the term no means shut out the usefulness of the symptom in other form of disease. Then 3 perpendicular lines. The 3 perpendicular dotted line marks observation taken from the old school, such as harmonize with our law of cure. T. Toxicological extract. Pi. Symptoms observed on sick only. Hand symbol. The hand directs in cross-reference to related symptom, diseases and conditions. This repertory is supplemented by a complete index of localities and terms. New changes in augmented and revised edition. The rubric word or the heading of each word is in bold capital. The rubric word applies to each symptom till it reaches the next rubric word. Before sub-rubrics, there are 1 or 2 dashes. The first dash denotes the rubric word and the second dash the sub-rubric. For example, emotions, dash elements from. Here you will find single dash. Then causes diarrhea from. Then two dashes with colicky pain. Then instead of single thick line, double thick line, single light line, double light line, these marks or signs before remedies, it has been changed the fonts of the medicines to denote the grades of the medicines. Two double thick line is now bold capital. Single thick line is now ordinary capital. Two thin double line is bold Roman. Single thin line is now Roman italics. And fifth one is ordinary Roman. For example, sulfur will be in below 5 fonts. Sulfur in bold capital. Sulfur capital ordinary. Sulfur bold Roman. Sulfur italics Roman. Sulfur ordinary Roman. And regarding other signs, the three perpendicular lines became sulfur underline in italics. T became superscript T sulfur. Pi became sulfur underline in ordinary print. The hand symbol denotes the cross reference in original, but this has been changed as you will find in bracket C ... Note: delusion of ghost. In bracket you will see images, vision. The cross reference is under the same rubric, all in Roman. Then anxiety. The bracket you will find apprehension, dread, fear, foreboding, solicitude, uneasy. The cross reference is under the same chapter. The first letter is in capital. Nymphomania. Bracket you will find nymphomania under genitalia in capital. Genitalia female. The cross reference is under another chapter. The chapter name is now in capitals. Regarding the abbreviations of medicines, there are changes, and the abbreviations and the alphabetical order of abbreviations are mostly like of Synthesis 8 version. Some chapters are combined. Instead of 48 chapters in original work, now there are 33 chapters. Apart from chapter, index and general index, the chapter on stages of life and constitution and drug relationship have been added, along with an updated list of abbreviations, making this book a complete one. Contribution of Dr. Nair. 1. Repertory of Hearings Guiding Symptom of Our Materia Medica, 2 volumes, published in 1896. Drug Relationship, 1836. Conversation, Talks, Life and Time of Hearing, 1940. Sunstroke and its Homeopathic Treatment, 1878 to 79. Repertory of Headache, 1894. Classification of Nair repertory. These repertories are mostly used for the purpose of reference and not for systemic repertorization. They help us to refer to symptoms without much variation in the language of provers. They belong to what is known as the Puritan group. For example, Nair's repertory to Hering's guiding symptom. These are those repertories which have no distinct philosophy in their construction and do not follow any principle for forming a repertorial totality during the process of repertorization. Source book for other repertories. Nair's repertory is used as a source for other repertories. For example, MAC repertory, homeopathic medical repertory, then synthetic repertory, then Repertorium Homeopathicum Syntheticum. Third, Kent's Repertorium Generale. Fourth, the complete repertory. Fifth, the repertory of homeopathic Materia Medica by J. T. Kent, MD, 6th American edition. And the sixth, Homeopathic Classic 8.0 version. Homeopath Classic 8.0 version. Contents. It starts with preface, then table of contents, list of remedy abbreviations with their names, 48 chapters including stages of life and constitution and drug relationship, and the last one is an index. Preface. In this, Dr. Calvin B. Nair gives about the order of arrangement which he followed, how the rubrics are placed. He also gives about the gradation of remedies and the signs used in this repertory. He also gives the limitation of the repertory regarding to the guiding symptoms. He acknowledges Dr. Joseph C. Gunsey for valuable assistance with the proofs. To Dr. W. H. Philip, Messrs. Doughty, Ziegler and Field, his son Bayard and other of his family for clerical assistance, and last to his brother-in-law Walter E. Hering. Plan and construction. The order of arrangement or method of classification followed in the compilation of this repertory is the one inaugurated by Hahnemann, developed, perfected, and used by Dr. Hering throughout his entire Materia Medica work. The anatomical or regional division is into 48 chapters. The main chapters are 46. But he added 47 chapters based on Hering's stages of life and constitution, which he had appended at the end of all remedies, after giving their pathogenesis, including clinical confirmations under different headings. The last chapter, 40th chapter, is on drug relationship along with complete index of localities and terms. Plan and construction. The organ-wise classification follows Hahnemannian schema till 34th chapter, and the remaining chapter represents reaction of whole body. For example, mind, sensorium, inner head, outer head, and so on. This organ-wise classification follows the following order: 1. Above downward. 2. From within outwards. 3. Functional symptoms first, followed by the organic condition. 4. First the part and then the whole body. Such kind of arrangement we will see in Nair's repertory. Arrangement of sections and rubrics. Each chapter is alphabetically divided into sections and rubrics sufficient to allow full scope for analysis for the matter contained therein without destroying consistency as a whole. Thus, symptoms are placed in the same language as stated by prover, Each page is divided into double column as it is more convenient to eye and to economize the space. For example, in the chapter Inner Head, which have 9 sections: 1. Apoplexy, 2. Brain, 3. Forehead, 4. Head, 5th headache, 6. Occiput, 7. Parietal, 8. Temples, 9. Vertex. The sub-rubrics are given in the same words as expressed by the prover or the patients. So, for the sake of alphabetical arrangement, the expression of the provers and the patients are not mutilated, but the keywords of the sub-rubrics are given alphabetically. The words such as right and left, worse and better, to avoid possible errors are printed out in full. All the rubrics are arranged in unbroken form. Apart from repertories of Hempel, Jhar, Hale, this is also one of the main repertories where the symptoms have been placed unbroken as far as possible. For example, forgetful in business, fluoric acid; forgetful of dates, conium, fluoric acid; forgetful of words, medorinum. First of all the indications are given in an alphabetical order. Mark the main circumstantial association by bolder types. For example, after business comes dates, then words, and so on. Even in these sub-rubrics, further extensions also follow this alphabetical arrangement. The rubric word to each paragraph is printed in full to avoid possible error. The rubric word to each paragraph is printed in bold and black type and is followed by a colon, followed by drugs arranged alphabetically. This bold letter word is to be mentally repeated with every sentence rounded with a semicolon. Not all mental symptoms given in mind chapter, they are also given in physical chapter or vice versa. It is better to go through the rubrics both in the mind chapter and relevant physical chapter, otherwise we will miss the rubric. Even though in physical chapters the mental concomitants are given. Totality of symptom. If the totality of the case fits into the following order, Nair's repertory will be useful. 1. Temperament and stages of life and constitution. 2. Mind and disposition with described symptoms, concomitants. Physical generals, appetite, aversions, perspiration, etc. Complaints with facial features, modalities, concomitants, directions. 5th one, tissue affinities, sensations and modalities. Single symptom can also be referred with its detail, which would help one to prescribe in an acute case or so-called short case. Repertorization. Systemic repertorization according to the textbook. Nair's repertory cannot be used for systemic repertorization. Special features. 1. Mendel conditions given in all particular section. Pregnancy, parturition, lactation chapter is well represented and found nowhere in other repertories. The chapter also consists of a special midsection on infants. Third one, concomitants in urine, stool, menses, and headache are well represented in this repertory. Fourth, pulse rate is given with remedies. Fifth, in urine, specific gravity is given. Sixth, in stages of life and constitution chapter, especially size, occupation, constitution, diathesis, and temperament is well represented and not found like this in any other repertories. Seventh one, temperature is also given in Fahrenheit with remedies. Eighth one, tissue chapter gives the regional and remedy affinity to it. Ninth one, touch, passive motion, injuries chapter is also well represented chapter and found nowhere else. 10th one, though the drugs mentioned are very less, yet we get the chance of choosing different drugs of simillimum, which are very authenticated other than Polycrest also. This helps in easy selection of remedy in a narrow field. 11th one, it is a source for many other repertories. 12th one, percussion sounds given in lung are very useful for objective prescription. 13th one, it is the only one where Matra Medica is in the form of repertory with gradation. Merits: useful as a book of reference to find the desired symptom together with the indicated remedy. 2. The symptoms are given in their original form without much change. 3. Symptoms arranged in alphabetical order under each chapter. 4. About 408 medicines are dealt within the repertory. 5. There are 4 gradings of symptoms which helps us to understand the relative importance of drugs in the concerned symptom. 6. Since the cross-reference is given, one symptom can be referred to at more than one place. 7. A wide range of symptoms is included in this repertory, and clinical and pathological conditions are also dealt in more details. Hence, it is more useful in clinical practice. 8th one, there are few extra chapters which are not found in other repertories separately. For example, A. Pregnancy, parturition, lactation. B. Heart, pulse and circulation. C. Limbs in general. D. Nerves. E. Time. F. Attacks, periodicity. G. Locality and direction. H. Touch, passive motion, injuries. I. Stages of life and constitution. Many pathological rubrics are seen showing the drug affinities. 10th one, in cases like spondylolysis, prolapsed discs, sciatica, etc., the section on spine will be very useful. Dr. Phatak has given phosphoric acid as the only medicine for cervical spondylitis. Apparently, the clue had come from Nair's repertory. 11th one, there is plenty of material in the book and can be used for research purpose. All the rubrics are well authenticated as they are directly taken from Hering's guiding symptoms, hence can be verified at once. 13. The section, namely temperature and weather, stages of life and constitution, and tissue affinities, gives us valuable information and plenty of material to work on. 14th one. Symptoms are arranged in the same language as they have been noted during drug provings, cures, or other sources. 15th. There is no need of evaluation of symptoms or to make a symptom complete, as it is necessary for Kent and Bonninghassen's repertory. Hence, it is easy to practice and a chance of fault thus may be avoided. One can make additions to Kent's repertory wherever justified. For example, aversion to amusement, Ignatia; aversion to her own children, Platina; aversion to woman, to opposite sex, Raphanus, not seen in Kent. Nayer's repertory is mainly based on concomitant symptoms. 18th one. It is a repertory of cured symptoms. 19. This repertory is supplemented by complete index of locality and terms. 20th. Nayer's repertory can be used as clinical repertory where pathological and diagnostic names are given. 21st. Although it mixes pathogenic and clinical data, it contains several rubrics that cannot be found anywhere else. 22nd. The reliability of symptoms and the remedies is doubly ensured by repeated verification, observation, and confirmation. 23rd. In comparison to Kent's repertory, rubrics placing is more appropriate in Nayer's repertory. 24th. Errors in converting the patient's symptoms into rubrics can be avoided by using this repertory. 25th. Today, this repertory acts as a guide for further work on repertory. 26. This repertory has advantage over other repertories like its ability to find similimum based on clinical diagnosis along with mental or physical characteristics. Demerits. This repertory is not useful for systemic repertorization of a case. The abbreviations given for the medicines are different from other book. Third one. Unfortunately, in Nayer repertory, the arrangement, though made very systematically and after a lot of hard work, is not amenable to quick and useful repertory analysis. Fourth one. As the rubrics are given in prover's language, the different shades of the same expression are not seen, which are very difficult to differentiate each other. Fifth one. Difficult to search sub-rubric. Sixth one. Not easily comprehensible for the beginners. Seventh one. Finer rubrics and sub-rubrics very difficult to distinguish each other, especially in sensorium chapter. Eighth one. Same rubric is repeated or found with similar meaning but seen with different drugs. Ninth one. Nosodes are not represented well. 10th one. Lack of detailed introduction part by the author regarding how to use the repertory. 11th one. Double column arrangement. Difficult to find out sub-rubrics and sub-rubrics. 12th one. Single remedy against the rubric. Not ideal for repertorization. 13th one. As there is no grading in marks, this repertory is not useful for actual mathematical repertorization. 14th one. It has less number of medicines and need upgradation. 15th one. Unfortunately, in Nair's repertory, the arrangement, though made very systematic and after a lot of hard work, is not amenable to quick and useful repertorial analysis. 16th one. As the rubrics are given in prover's language, the different shades of the same expression are not seen, which are very difficult to differentiate each other. 17th one. Of course, this repertory also requires lots of additions, since it is based only on symptoms given in hearing guiding symptom. Now we will see the 40th chapter, drug relationship. Almost every drug has relationship following. Antidote. To the effect of massive and molecular doses. Chemical antidote in poisoning. To the lasting or chronic effects superinduced by the drug. Then collateral. Side relations belonging to the same or allied botanical family or chemical group. Compatible. Drug following well. Complementary. Supplying the part of another drug. Inimical. Drug disagreeing, incompatible, do not follow well. Similar. Drugs suggested for comparison by reason of their similarity, usually compatible, unless too similar. Now we will see rubrics. Mind and disposition. Love disappointed. Elements from. The drug mentioned are aurumate, ignatia, natrum mur, phosphorus. Mind and disposition. Weeping at answering a question. The drug mentioned is pulsatilla. Mind and disposition. Weeping. Worse when consolation. Natrum mur. So weeping worse by consolation. Drug mentioned is natrum mur. See now outer head. Hair. Baldness. The drug mentioned are anacardium, apis, fluoric acid. Hair baldness, especially on crown. The drug baratacap. Hair baldness, circular patches, lycopodium. Hair baldness, large spots. Drug mentioned is hiparsulf. Hair baldness, spots covered with short woolly hairs, vinca. Hair baldness, spots over right parietal, cuprum sulf. Hair baldness, premature. Drug mentioned is silicea. Hair baldness, spots, smooth and shining. The drug mentioned is graphitis. Hair baldness in young people. The drug mentioned are baratacap, silicea. Outer head, hair falling out in bunches. The drug mentioned is phosphorus. Hair falling out in children, arundo. Hair falling out in handfuls when combing. Drug mentioned is sulfur. Hair falling out after severe acute illness, mancinella. Hair falling out in handfuls, miserinum. Hair falling out after grief and sorrow or after fever. The drug mentioned is phosphoric acid. Hair falling out, melancholy after mortification. Drug mentioned is ignatia. Hair falling out more on occiput. The drug mentioned is carbovage. Hair falling out during pregnancy, lachesis. Hair falling out mostly on sides and temples. The drug mentioned is Mercury. Hair falling out in spots. The drug mentioned is fluoric acid. The next, pregnancy, morning sickness. You will find the drug mentioned are lactic acid, Merck, Naxomica and Sepia. Then nerves chapter, nerves, paralysis with atrophy. Drug mentioned are Califos, Plumbum and Sepia. Stages of life and constitution. Here you will find age, children, dwarfish, do not grow. The drug mentioned is Britacarb. Then you'll find age, girls, menses irregular, dysmenorrhea. The drug mentioned is milefolium. Age, young people, looks very old. The drug mentioned is fluoric acid. Age, old people, cramps in legs. The drug mentioned is cuprum aceticum. Then complexion, dark, brunette. The drug mentioned are causticum, ignatia, nitric acid. Complexion, fair, blonde. The drug mentioned are calcarea, petroleum, phosphorus, spongia. Constitution, cancerous. The drug mentioned are conium hydrastis. Constitution, soric. The drug mentioned are sorinum sulfur. Constitution, psychotic, natrum sulf thuja. Constitution, syphilitic. The drug mentioned are kali iode, merc, nitric acid, syphilinum. Then habits, high living, addicted to use of much wine or coffee, sedentary habits, combined with considerable mental exertion. The drug mentioned is Naxomica. Occupation, actors, sore throat, aurum trifalinum. Occupation, bookworm. The drug mentioned are Cocculus and Naxomica. Occupation, businessman, brain fag, and headache in occipito-cervical region. The drug mentioned is picric acid. Then temperaments, choleric means irritable, inclined to anger. The drug mentioned are bryonia, chamomilla, ferrum, hyoscyamus, Naxomica. Temperament, mild, blunt, pulsatilla, sepia. Temperament, melancholic, hypochondriacal. Aurum mate, ignatia, natrum mur, pulsatilla. Temperament, nervous. The drug mentioned are anacardium, arsenic, calcarea, chamomilla, hyoscyamus, ignatia, lycopodium, maccarb, nux moscata, Naxomica, phosphorus. Then temperament, phlegmatic, indolent, slow, torpid. The drug mentioned are calcarea, pulsatilla. Then temperament, sanguine. The drug mentioned are ferrum, hyoscyamus, phosphorus, and pulsatilla. Here it ends with our lecture on Nair's repertory. Thank you everyone for watching the lecture on Nair's repertory. To get more knowledge about the homeopathy, please do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you and see you again in the next video.